OBS did it again. Yep. There we go. God damn it. It will be right now. OBS again set it back to default instead of the audio capture I use. I don't understand that. I really have to deal with that.
No, OBS is terrible.
Yeah, I mean, it's the new update. If you make a change, it doesn't always stick the next time you open it, and I'm used to it doing that, so I'm not pre-checking enough. I could take some fault there, but anyway. Damn it. Anyway. Yeah. So, as we were saying there, tonight is part 2 of Autism and Safety Around the Home and in the World. And we covered a lot of things that, you need to watch out for. And now tonight, I think we'll be covering some very good, useful information in how.
Exactly. Everything inside the home, which is actually huge. So that's one thing that we've got. Want to come sit down? Someone is here too.
All right. Hi, Matt.
Hey.
All right.
Ready too.
Yeah. A man of few words, but powerful ones, let me tell you.
That's right. Sure. Shall we get started?
All right. I'll send us right over. There we go.
Right. All right. Do you want to read the first slide? What does it say, honey?
Safety in the home.
That's right.
Getting started. Getting started. Whether you live with parents, roommates, caregivers, or by yourself, you need to know how to be safe inside your home. Accidental injury is a problem for everyone.
Yes. That's right.
And that applies. Yeah, and that applies to so many people, even like myself, the absent-minded. So,
well,
yes.
Yeah, me too. I'm dangerous if left to my own devices.
I think a lot of us can be. It's just a matter of whether or not we admit it.
Yeah. I try not to, but tell them what Mama did the other day. What did Mama do? Remember?
What?
Yep. With what?
With the nail? With the
knife.
With a knife.
Yeah, because she wasn't being careful, was she?
Yes. By the pointy part?
Yep, by the pointy part.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So I had to wear a Band-Aid with my gloves.
A quick fix, but sometimes they're not such a quick fix, and that's what we're going to try to help with.
Exactly.
Fake or not?
No, quick fix.
Quick fix.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. You're safe. All right.
All right. So, things to do to stay safe in the home: create a safety plan for each room, plan and practice safety behaviors, have a fire escape plan, and seek out community resources to help with safety.
Exactly.
So, let's look at. I'll give this one to you, Amy. Create a safety plan for each room. What does a person want to be looking at?
You want to be looking at anything in each room of your house that might present a danger. Like in the kitchen, there are obvious things there, like like the stove, knives, because even I have to have a safety plan apparently. The bathroom, because you got to, when there's water in there, there's a chance that something could happen, and they could even drown in there. I mean, electrical outlets, you got to be careful with those because impulse control.
Yes.
Yes. And and then you go on to have a fire escape plan, and we have a plan, don't we?
Yes.
When if we have a fire, where do we meet?
Outside.
Right, over by Mom's car. What is Mom's car?
The fire truck will get it?
Yep, the fire truck will help us get the fire out, won't it?
Yes.
And then the school can sometimes help with safety things too. And we were able, they set up these really cool things where you can meet first responders, didn't they? Where you can meet the police, the fire department, and members of the fire department and the rescue service. Yeah, so that way they get to know them, and that way they won't be scared, and they get to see all the equipment, and of course the fun things are the fire trucks, but yeah.
Yes.
But you got to see some neat stuff and learn about it too, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. So there's lots to it. I mean, you have to have a plan for everything. And again, we've said it before all throughout this series that, social stories for everything works too. And to have a visual plan is good. And, that's something to look at, right? And to know what to do and have a list of things to do if there ever is an emergency. And another good idea to do too is when you have your safety plan, not only keep one in the house, but keep one in the car as well, just in case of a fire or something like that. So you you don't have to run around the house looking for it. So
yes. Yeah. There's nothing. There's always a spot in the car for a piece of paper or two, right? No big deal.
Absolutely.
and the idea of introducing the child to some of the people in the community, the safety workers and police and so on, is a really, really, really good way of making sure that it's not a moment of unease. It's comfort. It's, okay, these people help make things good.
Absolutely. And we have tons of social stories about that. The fire department, the rescue service, all equals help. And so that's one thing that we could try to, so yes, familiarizing them with everything like that is a good thing. And also having them know how to call emergency services, whether the number is 911 here in North America or 999 like in England or something like that. It's always good to know those numbers too.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And home and the other numbers. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Very much.
Very much. Know the address, right?
Oh, yeah. Do you guys want to take it?
Yes, please.
Supporting and preparing for safety. What can I do to maximize success during practice? What safeguards can be put into place for protection?
That's right. Good job. Do you have any ideas? Yeah, those are those are something that you really need to think about. How can I help? I've always thought, how can I help Matthew through this? How can I teach him all the things that he needs to know to be safe? And what can I do to help make things safe? Yeah. Yeah, he said.
Yeah, I got the continued slide up.
Okay, thank you. Want to read the next one?
Supporting and preparing for safety continued. How can I best support positive behavior if something doesn't go well? What kind of backup plan is in place so that we feel comfortable while practicing?
That's right. Because you got to practice, right?
Yes.
And we need to start practicing again, don't we?
Yes.
Yes. He said, and we do. You have to practice and wait.
Yeah, the rehearsing it and going through it will help you find spots in the plan that aren't working the best for everybody and maybe need to be changed or updated or adjusted, because you can't find out in a crisis that the plan omitted to take into account, that's a trigger thing. So play it out, see how it works.
Absolutely. Because you never know what might crop up that would be a trigger. So it is best to practice and make sure that everything's all set. Right? Yep. He's nodding.
Oh, the Office app did that thing where the slides are a little bit different when I get them. I'll have to figure that out. Because I've had a couple now that I've had to move quickly because they're just not sizing right. I don't know what that is, but here we have the next continued up. Does Matt want to continue?
Sure. Did you want to continue?
Supporting and preparing for safety continued. How can I use prompts, reinforcements, or role play effectively? How can I use the other positive behavior techniques as they start the behavior, respond to each step, or finish each task?
Oh, that's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's definitely some things to think about too. Yeah, I'm always questioning myself. What can I do better? What can I do to help him through that? How can, how can I curb some of, because he might be panicking, so he might go into meltdown mode. So how do you help him through that during a crisis? That's already,
That's right.
you don't want it to become a double one. So how do you get through that,
And so, yeah, when you're looking for reinforcements and stuff, I mean, it could be a stuffed animal, a favorite something or other, something that can take the attention so that the things going on around aren't creating such a fluster when you're barely hanging on yourself to make sure everything's moving the way it should.
Well, and that's exactly it. What do we remember to put in our go bag? And we even had to think about, with this year having the most active hurricane season that's ever been recorded, those were things to think about too. What if a hurricane comes? What if we have to evacuate? What do you do in those situations?
Exactly.
So it's something, exactly. Yeah. And it's something to think about as, climate change continues to happen and it gets, the waters get warmer this way. We could get one and it could be a doozy, and that's something to think about, isn't it? Yeah. So we have all of those to think about now too. So we still have to fix and change our plans too, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
but thankfully it's over in 2 weeks.
Yeah. We had some wildfire season stuff this year, so lots of things to be prepared and ready for, and those steps that you take in the beginning to make sure that it's going to be smooth, and as smooth as it could be. You just can't overstate how important it's going to be, because you're in the middle of trying to take in so much information and assess and figure out what to do. You need them to be in the mood and a position where they play ball.
Exactly. You need them cooperative. You need them to be able to do anything you need them to do.
Mm-hmm.
They need to be focused, and so that's very hard to do, even for anyone else, that's not on the spectrum. It is hard to stay focused when something like that's happening. We've
exactly.
It's and we know.
This isn't. Everybody would go through this. So and some people just have a more stressful time of it. So it's definitely worth it. We've got another continue on this still. So I'll put it through. I'm gonna have to move it quick.
Okay.
See what I mean? It's just not.
That's weird.
Yeah, and yet we use the exact same setup stuff. It's crazy, but there we go. Close enough.
It is. Sure. Sure.
Supporting and preparing for safety continued. Are there financial issues that need to be considered? Do I have the positive attitude, humor, patience to work on this with the person?
That is a very good consideration, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
if your exit plan for your area or whatever in certain situations accounts for a certain dollar value that has to be spent, best to have it ready, because you don't need to cause yourself any stress. But the second half is really, really important in our area specifically. It's positive attitude, humor, and patience, because if you're visually and audibly flustered, it's coming. You are the trigger now.
Exactly. Yeah, and that does happen in certain situations. We've had it before. I mean, he definitely plays off how you're doing and how you're feeling. And he sees that, and he's pretty perceptive with that. So that's something I have to be very careful of. But we had a good positive day today, didn't we?
Yes.
We had an awesome day.
That's good.
Thank you. We're working towards some good goals, aren't we? Mm-hmm. We had a nice
good
calm
stuff.
day. Yeah. So we had some good stuff today.
Awesome. Good. Cool. All right. Let's see what we find on the next slide here. Oh, yeah, I got to move it a little bit. There we go.
There we go. So this is a new one.
Do we have a
Did you
reader?
wanna-
Should we do it?
Do you want
Practicing safety skills.
Mhm.
Use prompts, clues, or signals that help someone to learn a skill or behavior.
Mhm.
Use positive reinforcement. Keep building motivation for the skill being learned. Use role playing to practice the skill.
That's right.
Mhm.
Good job.
Mhm.
Yes.
I
Definitely.
use the role playing one a lot because my son very much likes to script and repeat. So I use that and I channel it into role playing the actual thing that we're trying to achieve. It works really well. Not always, but it's one of the tools.
That's exactly it, and we use that here too. We've done it before because he's a visual learner as well. And if we can get that into his scripting and into so that he echolates that instead of other things, that's a good thing. That means he's processing it and learning it, and so we've had that before, haven't we? Yeah. And positive reinforcement works. I mean, and having something to work towards, like this week, right?
Yes.
He had to be good all week so he can get his Little Caesars. And what'd you get to have today?
Pepperoni pizza.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you, because he did such a good job. So with that, you can use those. You can use goals like that. So if you can practice with,
It was $5.
it was. That was cool, wasn't it? They dropped the price $1. And definitely cues or signals do help.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you keep practicing and then you can say, okay, this is what we need to do now, he can just follow right along. And one of those cues, to use an example that he's really good with now, is when we leave the house, he puts on his mask because, with everything going on and it's all new. And he does really well wearing a mask, don't you? We just say, yep, we got to put on our masks, don't we? Yeah. And we do.
Good job, buddy.
Thank you. So he's been doing
Nice.
very well this week. Thank you.
All right. Let's see what we got next here. I will. Yep. See, every one of them has to be moved a bit. I'm not even trying to properly center them. I'm just making sure the words aren't blocked. But yeah, funny. We have to figure that out because we're using the same software. Like, how does that work? What's going on?
That's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
all right.
Yep, we did that one already, honey. See, they match. So I got to go down here.
Yeah,
there we
we
go.
go.
It was me.
Yeah, no, it was me too. There we go. Okay. I'm caught up.
Okay. You ready?
Safety behavior, smoke detectors. Need it near the bedroom, near the main living area, near the kitchen, but not near the stove. In the basement and in the garage if attached to living area.
That's right. You definitely need those. And when should we replace our batteries? Do you remember? Oh,
When they go like that.
no. You sicko. What do you say? No, tell us when we change the clocks, we should check the battery.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So we even have that in our plan too, to check the batteries on a regular basis. And oh,
Yes.
yes. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Where do we have one? Can you point them out?
Yeah.
In the rooms.
The rooms.
Yep, in the bedroom. Yep, that's right. In the bedroom and in the laundry room, because that's closest to the kitchen without being in it, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, ours is well set. I've actually got one of my fire smoke detectors ripped off the ceiling right now. It's about to be replaced with a new one. So, yeah, they don't last forever, right? So maintenance is a thing as well.
Exactly. Yeah. So make sure that they do still work. Ours are wired in, so we have those kinds. And
yeah, so are they here, but one of mine failed its last test, so it's getting a new one.
No, exactly. Yeah. Ours, I'm too damn short, so I have to use a broom handle to test them. But we do, don't we?
Yes.
Yep. And kitchen chairs to climb to get them down. Not safe, but that's right. So here we go, Maddie.
Safety behavior smoke detectors. Test the smoke detector every month to make sure it works.
Mm-hmm.
Change smoke detector batteries every 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
If alarm sounds, get out and call 911.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
And-
always a good idea, huh?
Yeah, and get out doesn't mean grab a whole bunch of things and start packing bags. Nope, it means go.
Just go, right? You just
Do you
run
see
as
police? No. That means go.
Yeah.
That's right. You gotta go. Huh?
Yeah, you do not have time to unscrew the TV from the wall. Just move on.
Yep. Just you just drop what you're doing and go, right? Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Oh,
That's why we
funny.
should wear shoes all the time because we're always barefoot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but just like it says here, you got to keep testing them, and I did, and one failed. The rest are good. So, well, that's that, right?
Exactly. You just, and like with us, when we rent, we just tell the landlord, oops, we got a broken one here. I usually just replace it and say, we're going out to the store to get a new one. And they'll either tell me which models they want me to use, or if they already have one, they can say, oh, you don't have to. We'll just come in and put it up for you. And I'm grateful for that too. Cause like I said, I'm short and I can't reach. So, which is not good. They might need to be a little lower, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we have-
Let's here we go. I got the next one ready.
Sure. You got it?
Safety behavior. CO detectors.
Yes.
Test CO detector every month to make sure it works. Change CO detector batteries every 6 months. If alarm sounds, get out and call 911 like the previous one.
That's right. Very good. Oh, bless you. That's a good point, huh?
Yeah,
Any
you got to
alarm.
check them all. Yeah.
That's right.
And
if any alarm, you got to get out, right?
Yes.
Yes, he said.
And I would look into CO detectors if you only have smoke detectors. The ones I have in this place are both, so that works. But it's very beneficial to have both. Why couldn't I get that word out?
It is beneficial because carbon monoxide poisoning is nasty. Nobody wants that. That's very dangerous, and that's something you have to be very careful with during winter, during power outages and everything, right?
What does carbon monoxide poisoning do, guys?
It makes you very sick.
Mm-hmm.
And very sleepy and very headachy.
Yeah.
Yucky. You don't want it.
No.
Is it
No,
used
no,
for
it
cars?
doesn't.
What is it used for?
Carbon monoxide, it's just sometimes something that's a product of using heaters and stuff.
Shooting
Yeah.
meters.
Yep,
Combustion.
so if you have a leaking-
Burning.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't do what Doofy did.
Nope. Don't sniff
What
it.
doofy do?
Uh-oh. Yep.
Don't touch me.
Oh, no, I didn't. I just leaned on you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
It's like hair loss.
Oh, jeez. All right. Now we go on to a new one, huh? What do we got?
Ready?
Safety behavior. Doors and windows. Before opening the door to someone, find out who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Windows should have safety locks on them. Check the locks to make they work.
Mm-hmm. To make sure they work. I'm sorry,
Make
I missed
sure
a
they
word.
work.
Mommy missed a word.
Not that type.
None-
Oh! Nice. Mom's not human or anything.
yeah. But yeah, this is really good safety behavior because I mean, I'm in a townhouse complex, and for the most part, when somebody knocks on the door, it's somebody coming to see if Felix wants to go and play. So it could be very easy for him to get in the habit of just flinging open a door, even though I mean the kid's 5'10". Just look through the eyepiece. So I mean, it's just simple things that you might not think of, but all of a sudden you've got a behavior pattern that's not actually safe.
Exactly, because if he's too comfortable with, and like with Matthew too, if that happens, you know, he could become too comfortable with opening the door and just fling it open to whomever is standing there, and that's not what we want.
No,
not at all. And you don't want somebody making a bid for freedom out a window that's got like a 12-foot drop to it either. So you know that's not good.
No, especially with us. We're on the second floor, aren't we?
Yes.
If you fell out the window, that'd be a big ouch, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that'd hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to be very careful with that. As he gets older, that does get better. But still, I just, if I'm, you know, we're not going to be around or something, we always close the windows and lock them and just make sure they're working right.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, you never know. Like my son's bedroom points out over the garage, so there's you know it wouldn't so much be a fall. It would be that's my ball on the roof, and he starts climbing out. No, so you know no.
Right.
What I've done is. What I did was like if when I go to put an air conditioner in the window for summer or whatever, I use a couple of them actually, but I won't let my son see that the screen comes out, and then I put them away in the laundry room because if he sees it comes out, he knows he can get through it. So I've always hid that, right? You know, just as an extra layer of defense.
Oh, absolutely. And in a house with very little impulse control with our kiddos, that's something that is a big concern, you know, because like you said, they could see their ball on the roof. I need to go get that, and they're not thinking, and they just out they go.
Yeah.
So that's not a good thing, is it?
Yeah.
Can't have that.
No, because you get hurt, right?
Yeah, you get hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. Oh, see, I gotta move this one. Oh, that's way too high. What am I doing? Center much? Oh, there we go. Okay, that'll do it.
Yeah, got a new one.
Fire safety plan. Identify at least 2 fire exits for where you live. Practice leaving each room and getting to a fire exit. Continued.
That's right. Do you want us to keep going?
Yeah, and then we can always back up if we want to do the...
Absolutely.
Fire safety plan. Identify a meeting place outside the home in the event of a fire. Review your plan every 6 months to keep it current. Get out and call 911. Don't go back inside.
That's right. You gotta make sure everybody's out before you, when you go out. That way you don't have to go back in again, huh?
Yeah.
And so I'm just backing us up one, because identifying your 2 exits, like if you don't have 2 exits, you might be living in an illegal unit. So you should look into that. You know, if it's an apartment, it's an apartment, right? But you know what I mean? And practice leaving each room. I mean, routine is huge in autism. So make it routine, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we thankfully we do. They did a good job when they built this apartment. So we do have 2 exits, which is great, huh? And we know where they are. There's one over by the kitchen and one right across from where we sit, right? Do you know which ones to use if there's a fire on either side? There we go. Yep. So that's always a good thing.
Yeah.
And making sure you practice does make it routine so that if emergency does happen, it's not so much chaos as it normally would be. And it's good for adults too.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, when something out of the blue comes at me, I'm usually, and then I finally pull it together because I do have some life experience and move forward. But, having it trained into me is not a bad thing either, for sure. And then like you guys were saying earlier, the meeting place outside the home, we have two different ones depending on front or back, but it's a townhouse and I'm the end unit, so we can always just, but we have it set up so we go across. If we go out the front door, we go to the building where there's shared laundry if you need it and whatnot. And if we go out the back, there's a nice corner where the deer hang out in the back of our yard. So we just go right to the corner and it works perfect.
That's perfect. We have a couple places too. If we have to go out the front door, we meet by my car, which is parked away from the building. So we're good there. And then if we have to go out the back, we can just go right out the side and go right over to the neighbor's lawn. And they would understand, especially if, during a fire or an emergency, they would get it. So, and we made sure that people do know if there's an emergency, people are going to be coming. So, yeah. So everybody knows. And that's another thing too, is to let, if you do live in a place, with other people close by, it's always best, to let them know, well, here we are. I have a son with autism. This is what we need to do. It's, and most people are great with that. And they're, oh, okay. Well, so if we see you in the yard, we know. So, right. Yes. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris Durham was just saying to me, do the deer and the antelope play there? I mentioned the deer in the backyard. Well, I live in a very very cool spot where we get deer in the backyard all the time. We've got nesting owls that are always out in the back at night in fall and spring, and just down like 10-minute walk from me at the big lake on the one side of town, there's these massive trees and we get nesting eagles, and you go and you watch them fishing and stuff. And it's, if you live at the edge of town, like there's lots of photos, you'll get bears that come and, people will literally plant fruit trees on purpose so they can watch the bears come and fall and nibble at the fruit before they go and hibernate. And it's a great area. It's amazing. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
We have owls here too, don't we? We have lots of birds, and we have some deer because where we're on the island, it's harder for them to come over. But we do have some. I mean, we have a lot of wild turkeys, don't we? We've seen them, huh? Yes.
Oh, cool. We have turkey vultures, so that's not a very good mix. For peaceful watching, anyway.
Right. Exactly. That's not always a good thing.
No. And but another point on the board there is review your plan every 6 months or so, and keep it current because things could change. Your plan might be based on hopping a bus to go to a relative's place so that you've got a place for the evening if it's a fire or whatever. But what if a year from the time that you make your plan, the city changes the bus routes or something? So making sure you're current, it really doesn't take much. You go over the plan. If there's any external dependencies, double check them, make sure that you've got it nailed. Where you go.
Exactly. And if you're always practicing too, you'll see, oh, geez, this has changed. So that when it's time to review it, I'm going to make sure I do review it and change that. It's because we have people that just aren't around anymore. So that happened a lot in a short period of time. So we really had to review and revise. So
exactly
anything can happen to change that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good point, Nerd. Yeah, Nerd and I were talking about the whole illegal suite thing on the side there. And but if you already have insurance as a renter, like I've gotten renter's insurance in Canada on multiple occasions without them ever coming and looking. They just simply do it over the phone. But then later on, if it was discovered I was in an illegal suite, I bear the responsibility. I saw this happen to a guy once. It was brutal. It was bad. It was an old garage that got turned into a bachelor pad. And he lost a bunch of crap. But anyway, I should have done that in text. Hold on. Let's get back to it here.
Not a problem.
Here, let me click up to the next fire safety plan slide here. Oh, look at that. I really screwed that up. There we go.
Oh.
There we go. All right.
There we go.
Fire safety plan. Fire safety plan. Stay calm and do not panic.
That's right.
Do not hide from safety personnel. They want to help you. If already outside, do not go back inside for any reason.
That's right. That's very good. And that is very true. Those are really important things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because what could happen if you panicked? You know?
You
wouldn't know what to do.
know what to do.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. You can't hide because you can get hurt.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't want to get yourself left in a moment of indecision.
That's right. You just got to get right out. Right?
Exactly. And the second point there goes back to introducing them to the safety personnel and making sure that they're familiar with the uniforms and stuff properly, because that really helps.
Absolutely. Get familiarized with their gear too. That's a big thing, because if they're all geared up with, with respirators and everything, that can look scary, and especially to our kids. So it's something that you need to familiarize them with and say, well, they're just wearing gear to keep themselves safe. It's not scary and it's not going to hurt you. You have to kind of remember that, huh? Yeah. And again, you don't go back in, it's just not a good idea. It doesn't matter what. You're not the person who knows how to assess the danger properly. So just don't do it. And definitely don't let anyone on the spectrum do it. No. No matter what, right?
Yes.
That's right. I know it's hard, but yes, and that's something that is sort of hard to teach, that you just cannot do it. I mean, it's just an absolute no, huh? Can't do it. And can't go back inside when there's a fire. It's very dangerous if you get hurt, right?
Yes.
And it's best to drill that in, that this is just an absolute no. And as such, you won't get somebody that has a drive to do it. So, just nail it in. Absolutely.
Not until everybody says it's safe to do so. Just a big fat no, right?
Yeah.
I thought I'd click over to the park set as we just chat out the end, and everybody can see some of the little animations and stuff, because they're fun.
Yeah, they are. They're so cute. I love that song. That's my favorite. Face song.
I put our circle over it because I wasn't sure where to put it, but it blocks the funny face of the sun. So I do want to move it again. I'll probably put it in the big tree or something. I'm not sure.
No,
here comes the purple bird.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah,
look at him. And the sun is obviously round, so it works perfectly. And don't want to get into flat Earth or anything.
But it blocks his cute face, so I want to try something else. But coming up here is the kids on the moped, and then we'll switch over here. I just thought it would be funny to show it.
I know, I love it. And the kids swinging in the background, and the butterflies.
Yeah, they're having fun, and Max the dog there, he's all happy,
Yeah. Blinking, you can see his eyes moving. And of course, there's Matt yelling in the foreground. Which one is you? Is he the one yelling? Oh, you think he's he's got his hands right around his mouth too, getting ready to yell really loud.
We'll have to lengthen his hair.
Yeah.
Change it to black.
Yeah, because his hair is almost there, huh?
Yeah.
Very dark.
Who's that? Mackenzie?
Might be. Is that your friend
The
Mackenzie?
little girl.
Yeah.
Do you know Mackenzie, Matt?
Yeah, that's one of his best friends, huh?
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I think that needs to be black, because
that would be
Nicholas.
That's right. And then either that or that could be Dick's son Felix.
Felix, yeah.
Yeah. And then we could have Nicholas swinging on the swings. He likes to do that. So that would be perfect.
It's looking pretty cool then. I wonder where's the little moped? I thought it would come up by now. Maybe it's a different version I have loaded up without the moped. Darn it. Oh, what are you going to do?
Exactly. It's cute though.
Yeah, there's the bird again. So we would have saw the moped by now, I think. So I'll have to check how I rendered the scene because it might be it might be somewhere else. I don't know.
That's right.
Yeah, but I'll bring us over so we can, wrap up and say goodnight to everybody. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Safety is very important, especially when it comes to the spectrum. It's just every little thing can be a big thing in a moment's notice. Oh, take it seriously and really look into it.
Absolutely. Where it's something that you constantly think about. Oh my goodness, is this kid going to be safe? Especially Mr. No Impulse Control. I worry about that. Luckily, he has great staff at the school, so I don't worry so much there. But if he ever goes out by himself with someone else, I just worry so much because he's fast still. He's got long legs. So,
yeah. I have a daddy long legs.
You do.
All right. Well, I guess on that note, we're done, everybody. Have a good night.
That's right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
You get to read the last one.
It's okay. Did you want to read it?
Oh, well, we'll read it now, buddy.
Yeah, you want to read it, honey?
If you have made it this far, thank you ever so much. We appreciate all the support. We love you all. Hard. Coming soon, guests. And remember, autism means awesome, unique toddlers in school meeting.
Yeah. That's a good one. I like it.
Wow.
That was awesome.
Well done, buddy. Well done.
Exactly.
Oh, too funny. Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody.